Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Kovray, a couple that loves to play board games.
And today, we'll be telling you about some games you can find at Essen Spiel. Will you find us?
No, sadly not.
This was our closest year to making it to Essen. Yeah. We even had a hotel, but unfortunately I got laid off my job, so it wasn't the wisest idea to come this year.
Yes.
Are we sad?
Obviously.
I am sad, but there'll be future years, and we thought we'd share all of our research with you. So in this
all of Ilya's research.
All of Ilya's research with Tyler's emotional support. To share it with you, to tell you about 100 games that we would be excited to see, we would want to demo, we have played, or we would want to play that are at Essen Spiel.
Yes. Similar to our Gen Con list, which if you are familiar with, we did for this year. We'll be going and doing a rundown in specific categories that we think are important to us, I guess, is the best way to describe it. But
some of them are loose categories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some of them are strict categories. But we will see, because that is what the video is all about. We've had really, really good reception from our Gen Con video, so we thought we'd come back. And instead of 90 games, which we did for Gen Con, we do 100. Why not?
Why not? Just add 10 more.
Just 10. Maybe 12, actually.
So the thing is the other thing is that these are the 100 games. We may have already talked about them before, like Ilya said, but the wild thing is there's a lot of more games out there.
There's thousands.
Yeah, that we are not going to be able to cover for some obvious reasons. That would take us forever. These are the ones that really caught our attention.
If you want us to cover all of them, let us know. Maybe we'll do a 24-hour live stream.
I will be sleeping for a majority of it. Sorry.
Some of them will be like, this is a no for me. I'm sorry. But yeah, these are 100 games we're excited about, we want to talk to you about, we're intrigued about. And if we have missed any of the games, let us know in the comments down below, because of course, there's many games that we might have potentially missed because...
there's lots to go through. Exactly.
And information that's out there. We may have not heard about some of them. With that said, let us dive on in. We are kicking it off with 2-player games. Yeah. Because there's 2 of us.
What more do you want?
Exactly. Now some of these we've talked about, but some of them not. Let's rapid fire through them. First up, we have A Wild Venture.
Yeah, we played this recently, actually.
We did play this recently. This was the top of my top of September list. So if you want to learn more about that, check it over there. But it's a stellar 2-player game from Pika Games. You should definitely take a look at it.
Cute little exploring game, basically.
It is.
Yeah.
Another 2-player game is Timber Town. Now, we have not played this one yet, but we do have our copy.
Yes.
Essentially, it's a tile placement game and where you're building a town. The art in this game looks phenomenal.
Next game we have is Aquatica Duellem. We also have this one, and we've played it. And honestly, if you like Aquatica, you'll definitely like Duellem.
It's such a fun game. We actually did a how to play video for it as well, so you can check that out below or somewhere. And it's very exciting for this game to finally come out, because I feel like we played it a very long time ago. Yeah. So I'm so happy to have it be in people's hands.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that I saw on the list, and I was like, hang on, I thought that was out already. But
it's finally here. The next game we have is Pyradice.
Yes.
This is a 2-player game, and I'm always intrigued by 2-player games. And here you're building a pyramid of dice.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That is all I know.
I saw the cover. It looks cool.
Is it good? We don't know, but I would be very curious to go and check out if this is a game that Tyler and I would enjoy or like.
Yeah. Do you know if it's a roll and rate?
I don't think it's a roll and rate, because you're actually stacking the dice.
You're stacking them
to make the pyramid.
That would be cool to interact.
Stack the dice and do a roll and rate. That'd be a clever game. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
We have Hidden Leaders Duel, which is really interesting. Hidden Leaders is a fun little... is this a social... I wouldn't call it a social deduction.
There's a deduction element to it.
Yeah, and then there's like a manipulation.
A card placement. You're trying to win with your hidden leader, because it's hidden.
Yes.
I feel like this game would be perfect for 2 players.
I'm pretty intrigued by it specifically because of that. I think it would be better at 2 players, but this one is geared down to 2 players. So
I'm so curious. I would love to try this one. Very excited for it. Next we have Celestia Duo. Now, we have not played Celestia, but I believe it's a Bruno Cathala game.
Oh, fun.
And Bruno Cathala's a pretty great designer, and Celestia looks really cool, and I think this one's also cooperative.
Oh,
so
interesting. I can't even picture Celestia in my head.
Well, let me show you.
The regular version. I know you gave us the things.
There it is.
That's the
It
regular
looks
one?
very similar to that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Very, very punk rock. Or what's the word? Steampunk. That's
not quite punk.
Not
punk rock.
As you say, that's
Steampunk is punk rock sometimes.
Yeah.
Then we have Legions. Now, Legions is a game that's based in the Abyss universe, which we've also not played. Right. It has that spooky monster on the cover. Yeah. And I think we talked about this one earlier. This was one of our anticipated games for two-player games of the month.
Yeah.
And before, there wasn't even a really proper cover, and now we indeed have a cover. So that's really exciting.
Yeah. It's
and
like
it looks
giant monster.
Very cool.
It looks very cool.
Looks very cool.
Next one we have is Gatsby, which is one of those 3 win conditions. Like you have to get to one of those win conditions to win the game, and it's by Bruno Cathala. We've talked about this one before too, haven't we?
We did talk about this one. This was on our anticipation. We have not played it yet, but I'm excited to see this game because it looks really pretty, and I really like just 2-player games where you have to kind of balance everything a little bit.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And make sure nobody is getting ahead of you because that's what's important. You got to play the player.
Got to play the player. Now, speaking of those types of games, we also have Rival Cities.
Yes, you just played this one.
I've played this one. You have not yet. And honestly, first impressions of Rival City, very high.
Yes, so it makes me excited to try it.
Definitely contests for one of my favorite 2-player games of this year.
Ooh,
it's just it felt tense the whole time, and there's some instant win conditions, but you never feel like you're losing.
Right.
Like you always feel like you have a chance, and the story behind the 2 rival cities is just fantastic.
Yeah, I remember it being very thematic.
It's great. We've talked about this one a few times this year too, and I'm very, very happy I finally got to play it. I can't wait to show you. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah. Another one that we actually got to play this year was the White Castle Duel. And for those of you who are familiar with the White Castle, this is, well, the 2-player version. It is quite fun.
Quite different,
too. It is quite different because the big thing with the White Castle is that there are dice. There's actually no dice in White Castle Duel.
How do you feel about that?
I was surprised. I was sort of surprised. I do like White Castle at 2. So like there was that, and then when we got into it, I was actually pretty interested. The change in how they've done it in like the stacking of the columns, your workers basically, and then taking them away to activate, I thought was really interesting.
It's really fun. It's another one of my favorite 2-player games of this year.
All of them are his favorite.
Just 2. Next we have Yokohama Duel. This is another one we sadly have not gotten to play yet.
No, but we only played. Was Yokohama? Did we play it?
We played it this year for the first time.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was this year or late last year.
So it'll be exciting to, because I really liked Yokohama.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm excited to try the 2-player versions because it also could be one of my favorite games of 2-player games of this year.
Wow, look at that.
But it's exciting because I think they redid the whole series this year, and it's new updated art, I believe art and production in general. So if you're looking for more heavier 2-player games where it's kind of head-to-head, this is definitely one that could be for you.
Next we have a game called Orbita, and the cover of this is stunning.
It's very pretty. Yeah. The reason we're gravitated towards this game is because of the designer.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
The designer makes some fantastic games out there, and card games specifically, so... Super intrigued about this one.
Are you going to say the designer's name?
Gionil.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I was going to put on the screen so you can see as well.
Okay.
But he does some incredible trick-taking games. We recently played the Odyssey from him, which was fantastic. I don't believe this is a trick-taking game, but I believe it's a card game, and there's some really fun... It just looks gorgeous. I can't wait to try it out.
Yeah.
And... he has another one.
Another one.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
Now this is a trick-taking game.
This one is.
And it's a 2-player game. And look how it looks as well.
A 2-player trick-taking game? Interesting. Let's go.
Well, I think because I believe he did Yellow House.
Right.
And we really like Yellow.
Yeah, Yellow House is like it's just a card shed in my opinion.
It is a card shedding game. That's true.
But you're right. That's cool.
So that's 2-player. So I'm excited. Both of these probably like near the highest of my list for the excitement.
Could be his favorite 2-player.
It could be my favorite 2-player game of the year.
Another one that we've talked about before is Tag Team. This is a Scorpion Masquerade game, and we have it, right?
We have it. We also have not played this one.
We got it at Gen Con.
Yeah.
So we are still working through a backlog of games.
Our Gen Con list.
And
it's received really high praise. And we almost played it one day, but then we didn't. Yeah. But I believe this will be remedied soon. And then it could be one of my favorite 2-player games of this year.
What? Impossible.
Exciting.
Impossible.
And last for a 2-player list, we have 4 planets. Now this one I don't know too much about, but I can tell you it's from Cosmos.
It's from Cosmos, yes.
And Cosmos has traditionally done some of the best 2-player games that I have enjoyed. Lost Cities,
Maybe
Aqualin.
this is a reskin of Aqualin.
It is not a reskin of Aqualin.
It's not.
It's sadly
Sorry
not.
to get your hopes up.
Somebody need to bring back Aqualin ASAP.
Yeah.
But it looks really interesting. It looks kind of like a multiple things. Okay. I believe you're visiting different planets and the first player decides what to do.
Maybe Targi vibes.
Potentially.
Maybe.
But again, Cosmos has such a stellar 2-player game lineup. I'm very excited to see this one because I feel like they've done a lot of escape rooms and more of like trick-taking games
lately. I feel like they've gone in a different direction. Now they're coming back and releasing.
So, I can't wait to see this game because I have high hopes.
There you go. High hopes. One of the best 2-players of this year.
It could be.
All right, don't worry. We don't have any more 2-players to talk about, so we're not going to be cracking that joke anymore. We get to move on to our next category.
Which is co-op games. And there's only 4 of them.
Oh, only 4.
Because some of the co-op games are in the small box game category.
Yeah, there's
and I do believe some of the 2-player games we talked about are also co-op.
Yeah, they're like.
I think there was a couple.
When we say we have these categories that we think
they're loose,
they're pretty loose, and there's like stacking that happens. So we're talking about them when we think they should be talked about.
Exactly. But the first game on our co-op list is Take Time.
Take Time.
Now this is the big release from Libelid.
Yeah.
And I actually have had the chance to see this game, but I have not played it. And it looks really intriguing.
Does it have art like Dixit or like Mysterium?
I don't remember. I was about to say, like, the presentation of the box looks really good, but I don't remember the components in vivid detail.
Okay.
But I know you're working together to essentially beat the time within some sort of aspect. The first reception of this game, from what I've seen, has been really good so far, so I can't wait to try it out. Because Libelid also does really good games, and they have not missed for me personally.
I mean, there's some.
I love Dixit. I love Mysterium. I love
Obscuria? No offense.
Obscuria is not my favorite, but it's not a bad game.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm curious. I want to dive into this one. It's fun to do something cooperatively.
This next co-op game is called The Peak Team. It's a Scott Alms game that we have been trying to get around to, but honestly just have not. This was on my most anticipated for this year, I believe.
The most?
I think it was one of my most anticipated.
I think it was on definitely the most anticipated, but I don't know if it was number 1.
I don't know if it was. I don't think it was number 1, but it was on my list for anticipated games for this year. We have a couple friends that I think we need to play this game with.
Agreed.
And I think we're just waiting for the right moment. So it means we have also not played it. We'll get there. But it looks beautiful. I'm actually hearing a lot more about it now. I'm seeing it on a lot of other people's tables, and it's getting me even more excited. So who knows? It'll happen soon.
Soon, hopefully. Now, the next co-op game we'll talk about is The Last Lantern. And we brought this one up before our Gen Con list, but I actually got to see it at Gen Con.
Yeah.
And it's a polyomino game where you're guiding a cute little thing through the fog. And you're working together, and the table presentation looks great. The theme is outstanding. I love themes like this because it's so different, and the cover and the game really portrays it in the best way possible. Have not played it yet, but really, really want to.
Yeah.
Because I do think it's something that Tyler and I would both really enjoy.
It sort of seems like one of those video games where you're like the guiding light. I'm interested. I'm interested.
Intrigued and piqued. I was going to combine piqued my interest with intrigued, and I was going to say
piqued my intrigue.
Piqued my intrigue? Who knows?
Another co-op game that we recently got that's coming out is called A Carnivore Did It. Now, if you like logic puzzles, I have nothing more to say to you except for A Carnivore Did It. This is exactly that. It's been a lot of fun. It's easy to get to the table. You can play it solo, you can play it cooperative. They've got like time that you have to try and beat it by, but honestly, like, the puzzle itself is really intriguing to try and figure out what culprit did it, how many lies exist, or which are the lies based on this formation that you're kind of logicking out.
And get this, there's 2,000 puzzles in this game.
This game is loaded with games.
Packs. And it's just fun. You know somebody's lying, you know there's one culprit. Figure out based on everyone's statements. And they're really cool, unique looking animals. Well,
not unique, but like they're Like you know them.
What's the word for animals that are human looking?
Anamorphic?
No. They're human looking animals. I don't remember the word. Animatropic. No. It's going to come to me mid-video and I'm going to scream it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And that's been our co-op games.
All done.
All done.
That was easy.
Bye.
What's next?
So now we're entering into our most vague category.
General.
So we are going to talk about hevier strategy.
Hold on. These games are coming out.
They're available.
These games will be
Essen.
available at Essen. So that's the important thing right there.
They're not a small box game, and they're not overly heavy.
No.
So they're kind of in that general mix where some of them are lighter, some of them are close to heavy. Yeah. General. We're going to start off the general category with Garden Lake. Mm-hmm. Now, this is an Uwe Rosenberg game, and I believe is a tile placement game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And I saw this one as well at Gen Con. I saw it very briefly when I was speed walking through the aisle, and it caught my eye and I saw it presented, but I didn't really get a chance to look at it or take any video. Mm-hmm. I love Uwe Rosenberg games. I feel like he's a designer that I really gravitate towards, and tile placement, it speaks to my soul.
He has a wide variety of games that fall under the polyomino space. In my head, at least that's what I immediately think of.
Yeah.
And it ranges in difficulty, strategy, and everything like that.
And in addition, the cover of this game and the art in this game looks fantastic.
I can just see the cover in my head, so I'm like, check it out.
Let's dive into it.
Check it out.
What's next?
Another game that's coming out finally is Knitting Circle. Now, this game is a Calico game from Flat Out Games, but don't mistake it for another game that is a tile placing puzzle. There is some puzzle where you will be knitting some fancy different types of clothing. And
is this the knitting action?
I think so. Whoa. But it's a fun little puzzle. It's really fun to play. It's super cute and cozy, and I think they really nailed it on the dot with Knitting Circle.
They sure did. Mm-hmm. Next we have Ink. This is from Casper Lapp, who designed Fun Facts, which I absolutely love.
Yes.
But this is not a party game.
It is not.
This is a fun game where you're essentially, it's like a tile placement with ink bottles. Mm-hmm. I played this once, but it's been a few months, so it's kind of like a little bit loose. I plan it kind of plays. Mm-hmm. The bottles, the production value is really, really cool, and the art and the way that this game really comes to life at the table. I want to play it again. I want to show it to you. I think you'll really like it.
Yeah, you want to show me a lot of games.
Yeah, you better get playing.
There's a lot of games to play.
There is a lot of games to play. Speaking
of another game that you can play, we have Railroad Tiles. This one was also released at Gen Con, but it is now available it's going to be available at Essen. If you're familiar with Railroad Inc., the roll and write, this is a tile version game of this. It's basically drafting tiles and making your own little city, as you kind of would in Railroad Inc. But the layer is that there's like set collecting that needs to go on in different ways, and you have to like puzzle your way through all of that based on what's going on. It's pretty cool.
It's great. You can definitely own both and really enjoy both the roll and write version and the tile placement version.
And I believe, just like Railroad Inc., they have a bunch of expansions.
A bunch is an understatement.
So you can enjoy yourself there by deciding which ones you want, or maybe you need them all.
And you can see if they can fit into your box.
Exactly.
Fun. Next we have Pinched.
Pinched. Pinch me.
Here's where you're basically looting. You're taking luxury treasures from other people. But you're all masterminds, so you're all trying to do this. And then you'll see who can do it the best. If you've not played this game, I've seen this game. I've read the rulebook. I'm so excited for it.
I'm only learning about it from this.
Have you seen the cover?
This list. Yes, I've seen the cover. Yeah.
It's so good. It's also designed by David Gordon and I believe another designer, and that's also really exciting because they've had incredible games coming out recently too. So can't wait to show this one more to you. I'm sure we'll be talking about it even more soon.
You know what I was thinking about? How there's not been a lot of Seven Wonders games lately.
Yeah, what the heck? There's only Architects.
I mean, conveniently, there's Seven Wonders Dice being released. So can we talk about that for a minute?
Yes, we can.
So as you would obviously assume, this game is part of the Seven Wonders realm. I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe you know a bit more.
I do. I've actually seen this game as well in the secret embargo room a while ago. But it's really neat because you have a little box and you shake the dice in it. Oh. And where the dice end up is how much they cost to pay. And then it's a roll and write within kind of the Seven Wonders kind of style that you would expect. Fantastic. Can't wait to play it. I only saw a little demo, and I've been itching to play it ever since I've seen it.
Yeah.
This is very high anticipated on my list.
Could be another best 2-player, but it plays it higher than
It
2.
could be. It could be my favorite 2-player game of the year that I played with Tyler.
See, I stuck one in there. Sorry.
Next, we have Norsewind. Now, the reason this one's on a list is because it's from Aquatica Games.
Right.
I feel like they put out games that I consistently really, really enjoy. And we did receive this game. We have not had the chance to play it yet. I was actually going to read the rulebook tonight.
Oh, look at you go.
So
getting ahead, so we can talk about it after Essen.
And we'll say how much we enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it potentially. But it's one that intrigued my curiosity. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah. So another game we're going to talk about is Snow Colony from Arclight. This game we saw at Tokyo Game Market, actually.
And Arclight actually puts on Tokyo Game Market, which is really cool.
So it's from these folks. I'm pretty excited about this one. We have it, but we haven't played it yet. Another one of those
We just got
Gen
the
Con
English
games.
translation.
Yeah, we got the rules
for the rules.
finally.
So we're excited to get to the table soon. And it looks really good as well.
It does. I mean, I love the art. It's just like kind of calming, I guess, but who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll find out. Okay, this one I actually found out through my research.
Yeah.
It is called The Last Droids. Now, it is the same designer as Turing Machine.
Nice.
Which is very exciting. Also, the artist is the same as Honey Buzz and Welcome To.
Oh.
That's exciting. And the publisher does the Welcome To series. I believe it's Blue Cocker Games.
Blue? Okay.
But generally what you're doing in this game is you're drawing droids, and I believe it's like I cut, you choose. So you'll give one to a player and then they'll keep it.
Yeah.
But the overall art style and the whole presentation of this game is really, really interesting. Here's the cover. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It just looks really cool.
It does look pretty cool. Gives me like Wall-E vibes.
So I feel like this is maybe a sleeper hit.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I'd like to try it.
This is one I would be going to look at Essen to see if it's a game that I would be interested in.
Another game worth mentioning is the Wondrous Wardrobe
Museum.
Yeah. Why did I say wardrobe?
Because I feel like the W and W together.
Yeah, it just fits. Anyway, Wondrous. The Wondrous Museum.
Yes.
This is a game that we saw at Tokyo Game Market.
Correct.
We decided not to get it because we weren't sure it would fit in our suitcase to come home. Immediately regretted it.
We did.
And then picked it up at Gen Con. And now we just need to play it. This is a game that we've been we've definitely been looking forward to trying. It's just a matter of time. We just play too many games.
Well, yes, exactly that. We still play the games. I know it sounds like we don't play a lot of games because we're like, we need to get this to the table. But indeed, we will get all these to the table in due time, and we're very excited about all of them. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about them.
Yeah, I mean, like, these are newer games that are coming out. We gotta play the games that aren't as new.
Exactly. We gotta share the love to every game that we possibly can.
Yeah.
Now next we have Rowdy Partners, which we received in the mail yesterday. It was, so we have not had the chance to play this one yet.
Another one.
But this is a trick-taking game that has the most fun art style.
It does look pretty cool.
I'm really, really stoked for it. It's also the same designers as Fuego, which is another trick-taking game Keymaster did. So very keen to check this one out. It's about wrestling.
Yes.
But it's very like showy. The cover is fantastic. It's
really pops.
So good.
Another game that we have played is called Sanctuary, the Arc Nova game. This is, well, an easier version of Arc Nova is kind of what they're advertising it is as. I will say icons are familiar, names are familiar, things are very familiar in the way that it works, but it definitely does stand on its own as a different type of game where you'll be drafting tiles and making your own little sanctuary.
Correct. We also did how to play video for this one, so if you want to learn more about it before diving into it, feel free to check that out.
There you go.
Now next up we have Postcards. And this is the big release from Synapses Games, who does games like Compile, Yokohama, so pretty solid lineup. And I believe Postcards is centered around sending postcards from France.
From France or in France?
I think you're in France.
Yeah.
I think
Around
it's a
France,
France-centered game, which I'm really excited about because France is great. We visited France. That was our first trip together.
Trip, yeah.
So I'm keen to dive into this game, and I've seen the production. I just have not played it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like Yokohama, so
it's gonna be great. Next, we have Walking in Osaka. Now, don't confuse this with Walking Burano. These are very different games, different publishers, different worlds, I believe. But this is also a card drafting tableau builder game, so maybe there are some similarities. We saw this one as advertised. I don't think we saw the components. It was just a banner, I think. In a Tokyo Game Market, and it looked gorgeous, and I think there's more information here now it's available, so I'm very keen to see what this game has in store. Especially recently visited Osaka.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
I want to go back in a walking memory version of the board game.
This is another game that we've played called Kilauea. It is about the volcano. Where is the volcano?
Don't know.
I cannot remember.
There is a volcano.
It is about this volcano that you're going to be basically going around and collecting these totems to put onto your own board, and there's some scoring things that are going to happen. And the movement in this game is quite interesting, the way that you jump and try and grab things, but also the way that you can manipulate almost like an area majority, but it's not yours to control, it's everybody's, So it's interesting to see that back and forth that you end up going on with opponents.
It's been a really, really fun game to play, and I'm excited to have more people play it.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of actions that seem really strategic, but like the timing of it is like super important.
Very important, 100%. Next up is Popcorn. Now this is a board game where you will be...
It's a board game?
It is a board game.
Is this a board game challenge?
This is a board game channel. And in this game, you'll be making movies. Well, in fact, you'll actually be filling your theaters with popular movies and bag building a bunch of people
to attract the right kind of customers.
And have the best movie theater with lots of popcorn. And there is popcorn in this game, but you can't eat it.
Points, basically.
You cannot eat it. We've played this one. It's really fun.
It is fun.
And I'm excited again for more people to play this game because it feels unique and I really like the theme.
It's always fun to like try to do a bag builder. Like I feel like that is a really popular mechanic, but it's not like done very often.
No, it's not.
So it's cool to see when it does happen and when it does happen well.
Well, such a fun theme too because you don't see a lot of movie making games.
Exactly. Next up, we have a game called Essen Idols from Inside Up Games. This is a board rotating game where you're going to be picking up and delivering different idols. The cool thing about this is the idols that you collect will give you like powers, and along with asymmetrical abilities that you already have, you'll be able to puzzle your way through basically trying to score yourself the most points the quickest and the most optimally through the way that you manipulate this board.
And the ice cracks.
The ice does crack. There's like event cards that you'll flip over and then you have to get rid of things or they'll shift, and it's pretty puzzly. You have to be careful not to get trapped.
I hate being trapped. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, you can get yourself into some sticky situations, but that's part of the fun.
Can't have sticky ice.
Cold situation.
I guess that's ice cream.
Sticky is ice. If your hand was wet and you tried to touch the ice.
Do you ever put your tongue on the...
No, that's dangerous. Don't do that. The game, though, not as dangerous. Worth trying.
Next we have Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. We love Forest Shuffle.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Play it.
Play it.
If you're looking for a bit of a variation in the original Forest Shuffle, play Dartmoor.
Yeah, this is
standalone. That's the important thing to remember.
And you know, playing it for the first time this year felt like a treasure because it felt like playing Forest Shuffle for the first time because you're rediscovering all the cards. It's a card tableau building game. You're putting out a ton of cards on the table. And if you enjoy Forest Shuffle, please, please, please get a treasured experience with Dartmoor.
Yeah, there's just some small mechanics that you get to discover. Yeah. What were you going to say?
I mixed up the names in my brain.
Yeah. Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Yeah, there's just some fun mechanics that you get to rediscover, and then also newer things that they've brought in that add to like different sets, and you have to get to figure out like what's strong in this game as well. So that's really always fun.
Next we have Borealis. Now this is from Lucky Duck Games, and this is a game I played today.
It is beautiful. I had to sadly just to watch him and my friend play. I briefly walked downstairs and they were playing. That was my break, I guess.
The premise of the game is really simple. You're essentially drafting cards, but where you draft them, you'll move the observers that can observe the animals. And then there's a set collection because you're trying to create different varieties of animals, different spots. You're also moving tracks, moving your little flags if the animals line up with those tracks. So there's a lot of kind of multi-layered strategy, but the premise of it and learning it is very simple.
Nice.
And how gorgeous it is. And there's puffins in it. It has puffins. It's a gorgeous game. Definitely give this one a shot if any of this appeals to you.
Yeah. A game that we might not know too much about, well, we don't really know too much about, is a game called Arigato. This art is beautiful. It looks like it's like a watercolor type situation going on, but the art is beautiful, and it's multi-use cards, which I think is something that we've been really big fans of lately, so I want to know more.
I feel like you cannot go wrong with multi-use cards. That's been like one of my favorite mechanics recently.
I think it's a very clever. I think being able to like the decisions of what you need to use them for and how and when, and instead of doing the other options.
Because they're multi-use.
Really great. Really great.
And that's Arigato. Next we have Emberheart. I adore Emberheart.
We have played this one.
We have played this one. We've done a video for it as well, so feel free to check that out. But generally, you love dragons, you're connected to them, but then poachers come into your land. And you want to stop those poachers. You want to prevent the crisis, and you want to bond with the dragons. And they're so cute.
They are so cute.
And it's Andrew Bosley art.
The art is very, very great.
It's so good.
It's so beautiful. And the game is a worker placement game where you're going to be losing workers, or maybe you have the right specialty workers that'll stick around for you, but you've got to kind of manage and balance what's going on. The fun player interaction at the end of every round essentially is quite mean sometimes, but it also adds a lot of layers to the game that I find quite interesting. Yeah.
Well, and the whole thematic aspect of like, yes, you can recruit some workers to help you, but they're not committed to your cause.
Exactly.
They'll just do this one thing and then peace out.
Or maybe they are.
But once you get them committed, that's all you gotta do. Next, we got Parks and Potions.
Yes.
Now, we've actually met the designer on a few occasions.
Yeah, I think last time I chatted with them was at Gamma.
Yeah.
You were demoing games, and I was, I had happened to walk by, and they were taking it down, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, tell me more about this, because I missed this.
It looks interesting. Yeah. We're actually getting a copy soon, so I'm excited to dive in to actually play it. And the art and the aesthetic just looks great.
It does.
I'm excited to check this game out. I'm excited to learn more about it.
Another game that we've played that we recommend you check out is called The Hobbit, There and Back Again. This is a roll and write, but it has a lot of game in it because essentially all the different pages are different games.
There's 8.
Yeah, there'll be familiar mechanics and symbols and things that you'll be used to by the time you go to the next one or have learned how to play, but the game gets interesting and tosses different stories at you, different ways to play. It's a lot in one box, and for that reason alone, you can check it out.
Office Dog is just killing it lately.
They do crush it.
And the art. It's so unique. It's not what I would expect.
It is different from what you would expect from from like the Lord of the Rings realm. Yeah, for sure.
Next we have Ofrenda. I adore Ofrenda.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the Day of the Dead, and you're building your Ofrenda, which is the little altar with all the pictures of everybody. And everything you place has to connect somehow to the others to help achieve each other's goals.
Yes, exactly.
And it gives that kind of Calico-esque where everything hurts at the end because it's just not working out. But sometimes it will work out, and it feels fantastic. The art, the presentation, outstanding.
Yeah, the goals are really fun to try and achieve while you're playing through the game, and it's pretty simple and quick to play through once you get going. It's the puzzle that really burns your brain.
It is the puzzle that burns your brain.
Next up, we have a game called Fathom. Now, this is a game where you're going to be both on top of the water and below the water. You're going to be moving your ship and your submarine around, trying to discover species, and basically set collecting them as you go along for a variety of different things. This is, do they call it a campaign game?
No.
No. There is modules to this game that you can use to essentially change the game up completely. You're still using the same mechanics, but it introduces different species or different things that will change the game up just slightly, but in a refreshing way.
The next game we have is Oliva. This is about making olive oil.
Nice.
It's a gorgeous game. It's also from the same people who did Cafe and Lotta, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I'm mixing those titles slightly because it's from my memory. But we recently received this game. I'm very excited to play it because I feel like it's a really unique theme and it's just intriguing.
Yeah. Another game called The Great Evening Banquet. This is from the same people who do Come Sail Away.
Sashi.
So, yeah. So if you like Come Sail Away, The Great Evening Banquet is very, very similar vibes. I think this one is like a little leveled up.
Well, that was lighter.
I'm trying to remember now. I think that because of the way that you're drafting in Great Banquet compared to Come Sail Away is a little, like, it makes it a little bit more puzzly. So I guess all that to say, they're about the same in difficulty level. So I think they have a special place. Both of them have special places on our shelf. It's just another one of those puzzle games where you kind of have to try and mix it and make it work for what you're given. I quite enjoy this one.
Me too. Next we have Dewan. I saw this one in Canada Plays as well. And it is the same designer as Pixies and Faraway. It's like a territory building game, and it's from Space Cowboys, who does games like Jaipur, Splendor, and generally, I'm excited about this one. This is one of the ones that really piqued my curiosity, and I want to play it to see if it kind of lives up to the Space Cowboys names.
I mean, Faraway and Pixies are fantastic games. So like that two alone.
But this is a territory building game. It's a completely those are card games. So I'm curious. I'm curious. I want to learn more.
So a trick-taking game that we missed for our trick-taking month, just barely, is Origin Story. This is a new one from Stonemaier, where you're basically comic booking yourself. Well, comic booking this character you create.
Through trick-taking. How clever is that?
It seems really interesting. I'm fascinated to see how it like interacts with everything that goes on. But yeah, maybe I can be evil.
And maybe we'll talk about it more soon.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Next game we have is Botswana, which is a 25th century game. It has really, really pretty art, and I believe it is a remake of a Reiner Knizia game that's been remade a few times.
Oh, a few times.
So it's like it's like a classic from like the 80s.
But they're reskinning it?
I believe it's like a reskin, but it's a very simple game. Okay. And I'm excited to play because I've never got to play any of the iterations, but the art in this one just really pops, so I'm in. I want to learn more.
This next game is called City Tour, and I'm basically just choosing this game for the list because it's the same designer as Harmonies. And I think Harmonies is a fantastic game, and I want to know more.
I think it's a lighter game, and it's from Blue Orange Games, so it's more towards that family crowd. But I think we learned about that this one exists a long time ago, but I think now there's a bit more information to it. Because it was on our anticipated list.
I feel like maybe there's just been so much going on.
There's so many games.
Forget about some of these.
There's so many games. Yeah. But it is the fact that it's the same designer as Harmonies. The fact that it's Blue Orange Games is kind of like a bigger game in their kind of realm. Interesting. Intrigued. Impeaked. As one might say.
But not impeached.
Not impeached. Not today. And the last one in our general category. Is Ladybugs. This is a Queen game, and I believe it's a very simple, lighter type of game. This isn't like
their lighter style version.
I think this is like even lighter.
Even lighter, okay.
Like, I think this is... Honestly, I saw the cover, I saw the premise, and I'm like, I'm in. I want to play it. I want to try it. Even if it's super light, my heart is happy because Ladybugs are just so precious. And it's just... That's all I got to it. I want to play it. I want to learn more about it.
There we go. That ends our general category.
Now, we're into heavy strategy.
Are
all these games heavy? Mostly. Some of them could be on that line again.
On the line, yeah.
But these are games that are a little bit more complex. They're more for the hobby gamer. And we're going to kick it off with the Druids of Edora.
Yeah, Stefan Feld,
Ravensburger. I saw the board. It gives me a little bit of Bonfire vibes.
Which is underrated.
Which is one of my favorite games. I don't know if the mechanics are the same, but the look. The look feels similar. I guess Stefan Feld's games all look a little bit similar.
Yeah, I mean, there's just usually a lot of iconography.
Exactly. So I cannot wait to play this game. This is pretty high on my anticipated list.
Yeah, it'll be good. I don't think you can see it, but we have... Revive up there, and we have another game called Recall, which is potentially the sequel.
It's kind of like a spiritual successor. It's similar, but it's not a sequel.
Yeah, because I don't think they're actually in the same world at all. It just gives like the same vibe. So we're really excited to try this one out. We really liked Revive. I wish we played more of it. And more of it often, because I think there's a whole lot to discover in that game.
It's one of those games that you can kind of keep playing and just really loving. And Recall, the cover alone is incredible. And I've seen the board. I've seen people talk about it. It lives up to the hype. Yeah. So I cannot wait to play this game.
See? There you go.
Can't wait. Next, we have Railway Boom. This is also from Arclight Games. And the reason this one's so exciting, get ready. It's designed by Hisashi Hayashi.
Nice.
Who has Bomb Busters, who recently won.
It's a heavy game.
I think this is probably on the line. Okay. But it's a train game. So it's like train games usually are a little bit more complex. Right. But he's also paired with Ian O'Toole art.
Nice.
So I feel this game is definitely
Lacerda level.
It's not a Lacerda level heavy. I feel like this is the line I was like, I don't know where to put this. Because I feel like it could be lighter. I don't know the rule set. But Hisashi Hayashi... I don't even think
you said the name yet. This is Railway Boom.
Did I not say the name?
Railway
Well, it was
Boom.
here. It was here the whole time. Railway Boom is the game.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to play this one.
Yeah.
This is also very high on my, this would probably be one of the first stops I would go to go see it. Because again, Hisashi Hayashi has done some incredible games. And I feel like the more games I play of his, the more I get excited. We recently played Gummy Trick, which we just cannot stop playing. And
it's
the
just
range,
a small box card game.
Yeah, exactly. The range from the card games to the heavier games, or the more involved games like Bomb Busters with a ton of scenarios, outstanding.
Versatility.
Versatility.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have a game called Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. This is a pirate game where you're going to be always moving forward, dropping off your pirates to basically play a bit of area control. Area control is the biggest thing there. You'll want to then move your characters around to try and collect more gold, but ultimately you're always going to be moving your ship forward, creating a crew of pirates. And the wild thing about this game is the fact that you have to feed all of your pirates when you get to a certain zone, and you have all these tracks that you need to move up. You got to do them correctly. Got to make sure you have the right resources.
That's why you got to drop the pirates off. Go let them search for treasure.
They have to find their own food.
They can find their own food. It's Chili Fox Games too, and we played this one, and it's really intriguing and very interesting. Next, we got Ants.
Ants.
Now, we have not played Rats of Worcester.
No, we have not.
And that's one of the games that I've always wanted to play, but I have not had the chance to yet.
We don't have it.
Yeah. And then Ants looks very similar.
Very similar is an
They look very similar, but it's in the same maybe universe.
I think
game.
It looks like the same universe.
And it looks kind of the same kind of heaviness, and it looks great. I want to play it. Ants are in. I'm intrigued about them.
Ants are in.
They are in. I'm calling it right now.
I guess
Let's learn more about it.
This year we got to try SETI, and a game coming out at Essen is called Aquaria. Its designer is the same, so that's kind of it for me. I want to know more. I want to play it. I want to try it.
So good.
It looks pretty cool.
And the art style and just the presentation of the game. This is another one that I would play in a heartbeat right now. Get it out, set it up, let's play it. I want to learn more, especially because SETI's so good.
Yeah, SETI is great.
So, gotta get in there. Covenant is the next game we'll talk about. This is from Devere Games, and it's about a mountain of dwarves. We're trying to get the mountain back.
Yeah.
As dwarves often do, they always lose their mountain.
Yeah, what the heck?
Feel like they're not very... Maybe they gotta get a lake instead.
No, people just need to stop bullying them.
They shouldn't be bullied. Now... We have this game, but we're missing a couple of components in our game, so we have not had the chance to play it yet. But I can't wait. It looks really interesting. I read the rule book. It definitely looks like it delivers on the punch that it gives.
We've talked about the next game a few times now, and I think it's definitely going to be high up there in our top games of 2025. This one is called Fea's Swamp, and... if you like Terra Mystica, that's what I'm going to compare it to.
Well, it's the same designer.
It's the same designer, yeah. So it's the same designer as Terra Mystica, but it's got a bit more, in my opinion, interaction that's going on that you wouldn't have in Terra Mystica. I know that there is some interaction, but regardless, this is a heavy game where you're playing as an animal creature that is part of this Fea's Swamp, and you're trying to just gain the most everything, really. You want to score the most points, and you do that by making your engine bigger. You do that by collecting more money. You do that by partying, and
throwing a celebration, making sure everyone has fish.
Traveling a lot throughout the whole entire map.
Collecting different things. It's such a clever game, and having played it a few times now,
yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
Next, we got Energy Empire. It's from Oink Games.
This is, yeah.
And it's a remake of an older game that was a really, really highly rated worker placement game. Now, it's new art, new everything, and it is still an incredible worker placement game.
It is a really good game.
That we encourage you to check out. We've played it. I believe we have a video out for it as well. So feel free to check that out if you want to learn more about this game. But if you like kind of crunchy worker placement style games that just make you happy, collecting the energy, building your empire, this could be the game.
But if you're more interested in collecting poop, we have a game for you as well called Night Soil.
Ooh,
and this game is about cleaning the streets of France, right?
London.
Or London.
Two-door London.
Yeah. You're cleaning the streets of London of poop.
Two-door London? What's two-door? Yeah. Is that like a subsection?
Tudor. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, you're cleaning the streets of poop, and you're basically trying to do it the best and score yourself the most points by being the most prestigious cleaning crew out there. And you only do that during the night.
But it's Night Soil.
Exactly. So the actions that you're going to be taking are pretty interesting as you'll be playing down workers. It is a worker placement game, but the interesting part about
worker placement?
Yeah, it's like worker...
Oh, yeah, you put them
placement.
onto the board. Yeah, right.
And then you take the actions associated with them to have like majority control. The interesting part of that game is you're not going to always get those workers back. Depending on the interactions that are going on in the game, it will work slightly different.
Yeah, this is probably the most unique theme.
It really is, yeah.
I've seen for a game. And the art style is outstanding.
It's super unique, yeah.
It's so unique. This game is just one of a kind. Next, we have Papiria or Paperia.
Pyria?
Papiria. Now, this is the same folks that brought Discordia. Right. And it's like a heavier up there, more Civolution type of game. Yeah. And they don't release a lot of games. Right. I feel like they release a game every 2 to 3 years. Oh. And this is that game. So. I've not played the older one, but I've heard nothing but great things about these types of games. So I'm curious. I want to learn more. This is one I would be looking at to see if this is something that Tyler and I would play. Yeah,
is it down our alley or is it a little too far? Too heavy?
Gotta learn more.
We'll check it out. This is another game that we've also talked about quite a bit. Galactic Cruise. This is going to be at Essen, and I bet you should check it out. I think you should also just check it out. This is a game about creating space cruises. You're going to be doing all of it, from making developments, from marketing them, to manning them, to putting people on the ships, and then of course actually doing the space travel. This game is a crunchy type game that comes in the same size box as a Lacerda.
A little bit bigger, I think.
I think it's actually a bit bigger, but it provides the same brain burniness that some of those Lacerdas do, and it is also very, very well done in terms of thematic integration.
Yeah, and when the theme makes sense, the game does not feel as heavier.
Exactly.
Because you know what you're doing, you understand what you're doing, you don't have to be like, what is happening in this game?
Exactly.
So, Galactic Cruise is phenomenal. Definitely check it out. One of the games I'm most excited to check out is Coming of Age.
Yeah, I want to play this one.
First of all, Danny Garcia, the designer of Daitoshi. Second of all, the art style. Yes. And the whole theme of just like growing up and experiencing life and seeing what it's all about. This is one I would, another one of my day ones. I would go see it. I want to know what it's about. I want to see if I can get a demo and maybe get my own copy to bring back as well.
Yeah. He's also the designer of another game that's on our list that I think you would like to talk about.
Yeah, a Voynich Puzzle.
Yeah.
We've recently played this game. It's from Salt and Pepper Games, and
first of all, I didn't actually know what the Voynich Puzzle was until we played this game, but it's like, how is it described?
It's basically this manuscript that was written, and there's different 5 sections of this manuscript, but it was written a long time ago, and
supposedly
still, well, it is.
It's like confirmed.
It's confirmed, dated. It was written I don't remember exactly when, but a lot of the things, it just has these like really extensive diagrams of like plants, of like stars,
things that we now know things about.
Kinda, not quite.
That aren't really that don't make sense to have been discovered then.
Kinda, because a lot of it is not necessarily translated, and no one really knows what it says.
Right.
So it looks like it could be this like prank that someone just like made doodles And it's like, this is a language, this is all these amazing things, but it's not been deciphered yet.
Okay.
And it looks like it could be potentially like this life-shattering information. But it's really, so that's the theme.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is also really interesting because you have these little books and you're just doing things throughout the game to compete in the 5 different sections of the puzzle.
Those books are your actions, so that throughout the game you'll be able to upgrade those pages so that they provide more powerful actions. The engine is really interesting. You have to really balance everything that's going on to, at least this is how I feel about it. You have to really balance everything to make sure you get a good score because of the way that the scoring does actually work.
So unique.
It's really, really interesting.
Very unique.
Another one worth mentioning that we still need to unbox, because it just recently came to the door, is Luthier. This is a game about you being a family of instrument repair folks. And
a luthier.
A luthier. That's what it is. But you are going to be worker placing throughout the entire board. There's lots of different actions that go on, but the way the worker placement goes is by priority workers. So your workers will have numbers on them, and you'll place them out, and based on you'll go through the sequence of the actions based on the numbers. That's the order that the actions will happen in. Now that gets really interesting because you have to time your actions accordingly. You also can miss out on things and not be able to take your actions. So you have to be very, 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 you have to pay a lot of attention to what's going on and make sure that you can manage all of that correctly.
And it's missing Tray art.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a very gorgeous looking game. The production is just outstanding.
We've also played this one before. It's just we finally have the physical version come to us to be able to play, like the final physical version to play.
And it's from Paverson Games, who does Distilled as well.
Yes.
So, quality games. Next we have Orloj, I think.
Okay.
Orloj, I believe. It's a really pretty looking game. It looks extremely crunchy. There's a rondelle in there. There's set collection, and I really want to play this game. That's essentially all I know, and I am very intrigued by it. I've heard the people who have played it have really praised this game, so I'm excited to kind of jump on the bandwagon because I feel like it's a worthy one.
Let's get there. We did talk about an Ants game before, but
Ants are in!
Yeah, we failed to mention the other Ant game that is worth mentioning, and that is March of the Ants.
Evolved Edition.
Now, this is a game from the 90s, I believe.
No, I don't think it's that old.
Maybe not that old, but it's an older game that is now being brought back to life. It includes all of the expansions, and they've updated a few things as well going through the game. But you're basically just building a colony of ants, and you're trying to maintain control of all of the things that are around you while scoring yourself points and potentially getting into wars with other ant colonies.
There are centipedes that will come and battle you.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about the centipedes.
And you can't forget about the queen.
And there's wormholes.
She'll give you good... There's wormholes, because they're worms.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can travel between the wormholes. How clever is that?
It is very clever.
And last, speaking of ants are in a forest. And forestry is another game that we can talk about.
What a stretch.
Is it?
It is our last heavy strategy game that we are going to be mentioning today, though, so take it away.
In forestry, you'll be heavy strategying through sustainability of taking down a forest, but also rebuilding a forest so you can use that resource of wood. And that is all that I know about this game.
Interestingly enough, I've done work stuff on revitalizing forests and forest plans. They're very complicated because trees take a very long time to grow. So
this could be a complicated game because of that very fact.
Yeah.
Now, I want to play this one. The cover looks fantastic. And just the idea... I love themes like this.
Yeah,
it gets us talking. It gets us diving into all sorts of different stuff.
Maybe wanting to learn a little bit more about what the actual process is, and then really understanding like the facts of it instead of just being like, oh yeah, forestry.
And just enjoying nature as a whole. And that's our heavy strategy games. Now, we went from heavy strategy...
And now we're going to talk about small box games.
Are all of these a small box?
I sure hope so.
Most of these are smaller box. Some of them are also on the line.
Huh?
Well, I wasn't sure to put them in general or small box. So, you know what? We're going to start it off with Point Galaxy, which is a small box.
It is true, yeah.
And it's the third game in the Point series. There's Point Salad, Point City, Point Galaxy. Now, if you really enjoyed Point Salad, it's very similar to Point Salad.
Yes.
Much more than Point City is to Point Salad. but plus, because all of a sudden you're in the galaxies.
You're building solar systems.
There's stars.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated, and you have to really pay attention. You have to pay a bit more attention to the details of the cards.
Fantastic game.
Speaking of flat-out games, they have another one called Propolis, which is about bees. It's a bee worker placement game.
Bees are in.
So your bugs are in, I guess.
Bugs are in. Ants. Bugs are in.
Bees. So in Propolis, it's a fairly quick worker placement game where you're going to be collecting resources and building things out to grow your engine in both resources and in scoring, and then ultimately try to optimize that with what's happening on the board. It's beautiful. I really love the color choice in this game, and the graphic design and the art are just on point.
So good. It's also a fantastic introductory worker placement game.
100%.
So definitely check out Propolis. Next we have Tax the Rich.
Yeah.
This is from the same publisher that's bringing Recall.
Okay, yeah.
So Align Games. So we have Recall, heavy strategy, type of game, and then Tax the Rich. How do you get a lot of the heavy strategy and world building civilization? You tax the rich. So you make it happen. It is a trick-taking game about taxing the rich. What else can I say?
I think that's all you need to say.
That's all I need to say.
Yeah. This is definitely, at least the next game we're going to talk about, is definitely a small box game, and this one's called Soda Jerk. It is from All Play, and it's basically this game about trying to trick people into the sodas that they are choosing to make. You're just manipulating this board by placing different cards down, and you're going to score points for the cards in your hand based on what has all been placed. Very, very quick, very, very, like, it is definitely a take that, because it's like there's a surprise element, and you're like, oh great, I'm scoring negative points. But at the end of the day, it's really fast, it's really quick, and it's a lot of fun.
Very clever. Another game from All Play is called Vivo. It's a trick-taking game that kind of spins with musical dogs. And it kind of spins the whole twist on trick-taking because you're trying to play the amount of suits that the game wants you to play. So you don't follow the suit necessarily, but sometimes you do.
Yes.
It's very clever, it's very thinky, the art and the whole package together, fantastic.
And the scoring is really interesting in this one too. It's like you'll win a trick, but you only score 1 point, but if you play the lowest card and you're part of it, you also score the face value, and that's like huge. So.
Huge. Huge.
Another fun game that we want to talk about is called Tornado Splash, and this is kind of like Mario Kart on a video game, but on a board game, but you basically create a track and you're these animals on Sea-Doos, and you have these cards that you're going to play out, but you get to play a certain number of cards when you're going, and you can't like bump into each other, but you have to make yourself you have to drive through this track to try and get to the finish the fastest. It's just really interesting and surprisingly like geometric, because you've got to kind of like play your cards proper to be able to like move forward.
Fun.
And then when you run out of cards, the interesting part is you actually take cards from your trail, like the very start of your trail, which is cool because the water would have settled down by then.
Smart,
to pick up
thematic.
the cards. Yeah.
You've played this one, I haven't yet.
I have.
I want to play it. It looks really fun. Next we got Up or Down. This is a Michael Kiesling, Wolfgang Kramer game. The art is from Concha Maria. The game is absolutely gorgeous.
It's definitely a small box.
It's a very small box, and you're essentially playing cards trying to create sets of your elevator, so it opens up or down depending on where you're going. It's very clever of how you play, because the card you're playing is not what you're collecting, but you're collecting adjacent to it.
Yes.
So you may want the cards in your hand, but you have to wait a turn potentially to get them. Very fun. Again, one that you can easily throw a table, introduce people to, and play again and again.
Next game we have is called Otter. This is a game about otters. And you're just going to be, it is a pretty small box game, but you're just going to be playing out and building on your own otters to basically set collect, if I'm thinking about that correctly.
I think so.
And that's kind of all I need to say about it, because it has otters, it's cute.
And it can fit into that otter.
It has
That's actually a carrying case for the game. How cute is that?
There you go. Check it out.
Otter. Now, from the same publisher, there's a game called Use Up All Your Sick Days.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get a demo and try this one at Gen Con, but I did not have the time. But I absolutely love the theme, because you should be using up all your sick days. Everyone needs mental health recovery. They also, if you're sick, don't go to work. Why are you there? Sneezing on everybody. And I feel this game really embodies that, so I really want to play it and learn more about it.
There you go. Next up, we have a trick-taking game that's offering a bit more heavy strategy. Ooh. It's not like super heavy, but it's heavy for a trick-taking game.
Okay.
It's sort of in a small box, and it's called Movie Tricks.
Oh, this is a small box asterisk.
Yeah. Kind of in a small box. Yeah. But it is basically this trick-taking game where you're going to be placing down cards to win tricks, maybe lose them, but you'll do that to get priority in the draft. And you're going to be drafting these cards, these 4 different types of cards that will offer you different scoring methods, and you have to sort of balance that out. The fun part about it is you get to make different movie titles when you collect like a set of 4, and it's always interesting to see what you can come up with.
Say them out loud. Mm-hmm. Now we have Ghost Bumpers from Essen Spiel, and this is the designers are Marcus and Inka Brand, who I believe do a lot of like the roll and writes that we really like.
Yeah, I think so.
Now this is called Ghost Bumpers, and it is a trick-taking game.
It's not a roll and write.
It is not a roll and write, but there's a little Frankenstein-looking monster on the front cover. It looks very fun. And I feel like we've been really into trick-taking games lately, so I'm curious.
We just did a whole month on it.
We did a whole month on it. We did. So I'm curious. But this game just missed it.
I might be all trick-taked out.
But Are you trick-taked out?
Just for a little bit.
What about for Ghost Bumpers?
Well, we'll try it.
Alright.
I could try something new.
Try something new.
This little fun dexterity game, maybe? Let's call it that.
I don't know if it's dexterity.
I don't think so, but it's called Four Corner Detective, and basically what you're going to be doing is underneath the table, you're going to be feeling this stack of cards to try and, or just a single card, sorry. You're going to feel the corners of these cards to determine the the curvature of all of them. They're in different, there's four different numbers, options, and you have to basically try to get it correctly, but you also have to do it as fast as possible, because the faster you do it, the more points you'll get, because you'll be able to grab from the like global pool, and then anything else would just like carry over into the next person who finishes.
How well do you know your corners? Are they sharp or are they obtuse?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Sure, yeah, that would work.
It would work.
Rounded.
Rounded. Next we got Coffee Rush Grab and Go. This is a portable version.
Cool. Is it the exact same game?
No, it's a different game.
Oh.
So I believe it's a different game. It's a small box Coffee Rush style game.
Interesting.
I believe it's the same art. It looks very similar. I love Coffee Rush.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I cannot wait to see what this game is about. And the fact that it's portable and you can easily play it anywhere, even better. Small box.
There you go. There's this game called Yum Yum Trouble Gum, I believe.
Yum Yum Trouble Gum.
Yum Yum Trouble Gum. And it's basically this, it's from Loosey Goosey Games, but what you're going to be doing is placing down cards at banks and trying to make sure you're not the one that gets caught by the cops or the
licorice
cops. Yeah. So it's interesting. You're like playing them down to basically complete the heist that is going on. And if you're the one that completes the heist, that's fine. But you want to be careful of being able to respond to the security or the police. Yeah.
It's fun because you put in cards in very specific times, and you want to make sure you have the cards to respond correctly, because if you get arrested twice, you lose the game.
You lose the game, yeah, exactly.
Now, also from Loosey Goosey Games, you have Trouble Bot. Now, in this game, you'll be playing cards trying to collect various tokens, but the cards you'll be playing all have different abilities, so you're really trying to outsmart everybody. So these are the 2 new games from Loosey Goosey Games who've done games like Surfasaurus Max. So definitely check them out if any of this kind of appeals to you, because the art style and I feel like the presentation of these games is really interesting.
Exactly, yeah.
Next we have Lodge. This is a game from Little Rocket Games where you are trying to bribe the hikers with snacks.
Nice.
That's the game. You're playing cards trying to bribe the hikers with snacks to make sure you win them over to your lodge.
Hang out in my lodge.
It's not a horror game. There's nothing suspicious going on in that lodge. You were just trying to get some snacks. But the art style is fun, and I want to try this one. This one the theme is really fun.
This game is from Mighty Board Games, and it's called The Red North, or just Red North, I believe. It's a strategy card game that I'm pretty intrigued by, so we'll see. I
can't wait to play it. It looks really interesting. Another game from Mighty Boards is 10B.
Yeah.
I believe this was kickstarted a while back, and then they picked it up. But the art style is really fun, and it's about 10B is actually a town in Wales, I believe. And it's like a little, I believe, a card tableau potentially building game. Okay. But the art style is just very unique, and I think that's what really has sold me to want to play this game.
Okay. One of the latest Oink games called Pedicate is coming out, and well, it's we've had it since we went to Tokyo Game Market, and it's been a really interesting game to play. It's this game where there is no right answer, but there is a right answer because you want to be part of like the majority.
Trying to find patterns.
Or you want to be part of somebody who also matches you. And the whole thing is like the human brain actually makes a pattern for everything, but it isn't always the same as your neighbor, and the whole thing is like which one is actually right and what are the reasons behind it. So the combative like head-to-head that happens where you're like, no, this has to be this has to be this, it's actually really, really fun to see it play out.
And the patterns you're finding is between the cats, ducks, and dogs.
And
the type of colors and hats they're wearing, and there's a letter or there's a number as well with them.
Yes.
So you're looking at all of that and trying to figure it all out, which is really interesting. And the art style is really fun in this one too.
Exactly, yeah.
Now there are 2 new Oink games that we have not played. There's one that is called Pick and Packers. Now here the description is pairs of drone pilots transport presents, with each pilot only being able to use one finger. So it's more of a, I feel like a dexterity kind of movement type of game, which is always fun. I feel like those are hit and miss with me. Yeah. Like I really like Drill Polter, but not every dexterity game is kind of like a hit for me.
One that you have to like stack the cards on.
Oh yeah, the Rafter 5.
Rafter 5.
Yeah, that one was very good as well.
Yeah. So if that's anything like this, then fun.
Yeah. And the other one is Tropic Chaos. Tropic Chaos.
Tropic Chaos?
Tropic Chaos. In this one, you're going to buy and sell fruits at the right time when the seasons change at random. That's all you get.
I don't know if I'll enjoy this.
I feel like I would like. It gives me kind of vibes of like durian and like those kind of like. That's what I mean. So I'm curious, but I feel like Oink Games, I always want to try them. Yeah. See if they're for me, and they're just such a small little box that you can carry around whenever. Really intrigued in these 2.
We have another roll and write to end off. Well, not to end off this, but
not yet.
With only in this small box.
Yep.
It's called Brilliant. It's from Ravensburger, and it looks like one of those games that you would just expect to be a roll and write. Like it's got dice on the box, it's got the pad on the box and everything like that. And I'm kind of just intrigued by the combos that are going to be available in this game.
I will always play a roll and write, and then I'll see if I like it or not like it. Yeah. But I feel like we also become roll and write collectors.
You have.
Next game we'll talk about is Shall We Dance? Now this is a small box game from Sashi and Sashi.
Nice.
And it's about Shall We Dance?
Shall we dance?
Are we going to dance?
Are we or are we not?
Is there going to be a little bit of card dancing?
I see what you did there. Nice.
And last we got Tricky Twist. Now this is from Taylor Rayner, who is...
Trick-taking Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. So, already stoked. The theme looks a little dark, a little ominous.
It does.
And again, trick-taking era. Although you said you were a little tricked out.
I'm a little tricked out, but I'll try it.
You'll trick it?
No, I'll try it.
Fair. Now that has been the small box games. Now, for the very last category of games we got...
One more category.
What is it, Tyler? Tell us.
Games that are not going to be out, but will be available for demo. And these are the games that we would likely be running to try and see if we could snag a demo.
Exactly. Or maybe we played them and we would encourage you to try them out.
Yes, true.
Now, there's only 10 of these, so we have 10 games to go. And we're going to start off with Roz. Now, Roz is, the full title is Roz, A Dance of Love. Now, we saw this game a very long time ago. Do you remember the little spinny dice things?
Oh, yeah.
So we saw this game years ago, and it's finally come to fruition from the designer.
Cool.
And it's essentially like a dice collecting game, and there's a really cool spinny, dancey mechanism in the beginning where if you spin it a little, all of it spins.
Yeah.
I believe it's also coming to GameFound or crowdfunding of some sort soon. So I've never played this game, but I've seen it around, and I really want to try it out.
Did you play this one at Gen Con? Because I've been playing a lot of this one on BGA. It was just on crowdfunding, and that's Game Makers.
I have. Okay. I didn't play a full game, but I played a few rounds of it. Tell us about it.
It's basically just making a board game collection, essentially, and you're going through the steps of like producing the game and collecting the units that you would need to do that. But you've got like a lot going on. There's a lot of different scoring things. There's a lot of things you have to keep track of. You don't want to dip your toes in everything because that just makes the game difficult, but you want to try and have like a way to score a lot of points. And you do that by moving your little forklifts around these action selections, and you'll always have, well, you should have 3 to select from. And they'll give you increasing powers the farther away they are. But then once the firstmost is empty, you'll twist this little board and it'll show you more options. And then you'll just keep moving your forklifts until game end is triggered, which is, I think, only by when somebody fills their board. But you're building out these games. It's really interesting. I think the strategy is there. It is fun to play on BGA for sure, but I've only played it on there.
Same designer as Fromage in the Search for Planet X, I believe. And it's funny because it's all circles.
True, yeah.
Within that.
I didn't even think about that.
The game is a little bit expensive, but definitely check it out to see if it's within your style, because it is a really fun game.
And it has all these games that are like from other people too. Like they're games that you're familiar with.
Memory hobby aspect.
Yeah, exactly.
Next we got, you'll be excited for this one, The Great Library. Yeah. Which is a new Vital Lacerda game. I feel I have not been in with the last couple. Like, Speakeasy was not a theme that really appealed to me.
We haven't even played Speakeasy.
Well, I haven't really been wanting to.
I backed it.
You did, and I'm sure we'll play it. But I've not been like, I feel like when Kanban and a lot of those games, like, I'm super excited, and lately I haven't been. But The Great Library, it has me back. I'm very back. I'm excited to try it. I would love to get a demo of The Great Library if I was at Essen Spiel.
There you go. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. It would take up a lot of time, though.
Now, yeah, if you are going to do a demo based on recommendation, no, this is a heavy game.
This will be
heavy with an H, capital H.
All capital letters, actually.
All capital letters.
Next up, we have a game called Cascadia Alpine Lakes. And yes, that's correct. It is a Cascadia game in where you will be building up and up and up.
Sometimes, not always.
Not always. But you will be building more mountain range type situations, and that you'll have a bunch of different scoring chances that are really interesting. The game does feel like Cascadia, a bit leveled up, but it is definitely different enough that I'm pretty excited that they're doing this.
I feel like it takes your brain and bends it a little bit, because you used to score wildlife. Now you're scoring habitats based on the wildlife that's in them. And you think 3D, it's just 3D, we can handle it, we've done tons of 3D. But the thing is now if you build 3D, you have one less spot to put your wildlife token. And all of a sudden, you've put a tile 3D up, and you have nowhere to put your wildlife.
What's going on?
So it definitely tickles your brain in the newest way, in the best way possible.
Yes, exactly.
Another game, again, this is the one that we've talked about a few times. It's called Furnace Duel.
Yes.
Now, it has not yet come out.
A 2-player game.
I have not yet seen it, but I love Furnace. I think it's a fantastic game, and I'm really intrigued what this one's like. And the fact that there's a demo opportunity, I would be wanting to play. Me and Tyler would sit down.
If they've taken out the bidding for it.
How does it work?
Yeah, I want to know how it works.
You should demo it and tell us, because we want to know.
Yeah. Another trick-taking game that, a trick-taking game that we both really enjoyed. The Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game.
The sequel is coming.
Which is?
If you're familiar with Lord of the Rings, that means the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, the trick-taking game is coming. It will be here. So I'm interested to see how that differentiates from the newest, or from the Fellowship of the Ring, and I want to see if it's more just like a different story, and if they're just going to keep on going with what they've done already. I wouldn't hate that. I think that would be completely fine with me. I would buy it and I would play it, and I just want to see it.
Office Dog has been here with the hits, and I suspect this one will just continue the trend.
Exactly.
Now, another game I would love to demo. It was announced at Gen Con, but nothing was really shown. It's called, I believe, Ring Yo, or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, so my apologies. But it's a new game from Paverson Games. It has simultaneous worker placement. And that is all I know.
Interesting.
I think it is set in Japan, I believe.
Okay.
And I want to learn more.
Yeah.
I want to try it. I feel, again, Paverson has, with Luthier, with Distilled, very solid track record so far. Yeah. Will it continue?
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's very exciting.
I want to see how that works out.
Yes.
This one we talked about in the Gen Con video as well, and I still really want it. Actually, it might have been on my anticipated list too. Okay. It's called Cats and Dragons, and it's from Randy Flynn, who does Cascadia.
Two of Randy's games in our demo list.
Yeah, and this one just looks really fun because your cat's fending off dragons, really. That's like basically the game. So I'm interested to see how like all of it works out. I really wanted to see it at Gen Con. I, of course, was not there, but
I didn't see it at Gen Con.
I don't even know if they had it at Gen Con.
I don't know if they had it at Gen Con.
But they have it here at Essen. And
fingers crossed.
If you have a chance, you should go take a look.
And please tell us more about it, because it's one that we really want to play and we want to learn more about. 2 more to go. Now, first off, we got Satchel Quest. You're going to be dungeon diving through bag building.
Yes.
You're going to reveal a token, you decide what side it goes on, and place it into your dungeon and build a beautiful little dungeon. And then you're going to potentially get more tokens and put them more in your bag and really build all of that up. Yes. The art in this game is outstanding. The mechanics in this game is outstanding. We've had the chance to play it a few times. And I'm excited for more people to check it out. Feel free to demo it. I believe it's releasing next year. So that's the life cycle of the game.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the building of your characters too. It's got some like RPG feel to it.
Yeah, very cool.
And last in our demo list and of this entire Essen list,
last video,
a game called Dragonarium. And this is a game about breeding dragons. You're basically going to be trying to put the right elements onto these tiles that you are drafting and placing on your board. And then you're going to be making like groups similar to what you would be doing in King Domino almost. Yeah. This has a lot of different layers to it, so I might compare it more to Acropolis. Literally, yeah, because you do build up in this game.
And figuratively, because there's layers of strategy.
But you basically are going to be multiplying the number of the highest layer that you have by the number of the same habitat or the same element that is in the group, contiguous group, and that'll be your score. It's fun and puzzly. Like I said, very much like King Domino and Acropolis, maybe like a nice in-between. And yeah.
It's such a fun game. We've actually got to play
this one
together and apart, and it just tickles your brain in the best way possible. Like, I feel like 3D tiles are in.
There's a lot.
So if you have
games
bugs, board games are in. Board games are in, as you would know if you go to Essen Spiel, because there's thousands of games there with thousands of people celebrating our beautiful hobby.
Yeah.
Now, thank you so much for making it through our list of 100 games. How many more games are there, Tyler?
I have no idea. I'm just surprised that we made it through our 100 list.
I'm honestly surprised we made it too.
This is a lot.
That's a lot of games. And there's many games that we definitely forgot to mention here today. But we would love to continue the conversation. So our question for the day is, what game are you most excited for at Essen Spiel? Or one that's coming out in the future?
Yes, exactly. We've often done, well, we pivoted before Gen Con to do a list where we just explain a lot of different games, because we think it's more interesting for people and folks to have a wider variety to choose from instead of just seeing like what we have for our like top 5 list. I thought that was a little restrictive for what we were going through. And Ilya does all this work anyways, so we figured we might as well just share this list to you, because what would have happened before is we would have just looked at all of these games and we would have decided what our top games would have been. And we're just excited that we get to share more games with you, because we don't know what kind of games you like. Maybe you like the same games as us. Maybe you don't.
But, of course, as Tyler just mentioned, we can't leave this video without telling you about the top 3 games we're most excited for from this list, like we did in the Gen Con video.
Exactly.
Do you have your top 3?
Sort of. I will just say the ones that sort of like...
The gut top 3? Okay, let's hear them.
The Great Library, because I really want to... I think it's just the thematic... Everything. It's a crunchy game that I need.
Yes, I agree.
So that's there. Peak Team, because I really, really want to play it, and I've seen a lot. I think recency bias has like led me to want to play it more, because more people have seen it.
Deal.
Or I'm seeing it more online as well. And then lastly, just because it really stood out like art-wise, is Arigato.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that one too. I think it'll be a good one. I have Orbita.
Oh yeah.
The GeoNil 2-player game. It just, the aesthetic, everything, I want to play it. It's a game I need to play right now. Number 2, Aquaria.
Yeah.
Again, the aesthetic, the designer, all the package. It's a crunchy game that I just can't wait to dive into.
And you really did like SETI. Like, you really liked SETI.
I really like SETI. It really spoke to me. And then Railway Boom.
Yeah.
I don't love train games.
No.
So I'm curious, because I love when designers and different games convince me to like stuff that I traditionally don't like.
Right.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So that's been our top 3 games of this 100 list. You know the question of the day, and if you've stuck around this entire time, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, and might as well just hit that subscribe button and that like button, because we love talking about board games.
Yeah, you might as well stick around and hit that bell, because then you know when our next videos come out. We also have a Discord. We have all sorts of different things. where we can be a community and just talk about board games and be a few nerds.
Yeah, exactly.
We love being nerds.
Because being a nerd is fun.
Yeah, you can get a little Forest Shuffle shirt, and then you're an ultra nerd like me.
Until next time, though, we hope you had a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.